Hello, my name is Mark Samuel. I'm pursuing my MBA leadership, and I'm going to present my topic for the subject related to international political economy. And my topic for today is the assessment one, and topic I've chosen is Spain. Spain has a population of 46.53 million in 2017. Capital of Spain is Madrid, which is also its largest city. Other major cities of Spain are Barcelona, Valencia, Seville, and Bilbao. The Spanish economy is the fifth largest in Europe, behind Germany, United Kingdom, Italy, and France, and the fourth largest in the Eurozone, based on nominal GDP statistics. Important companies of Spain are Banco Santander, Telefónica, Repsol, ACS, BBVA, Inditex, IAG, Endesa, Mapfire, Ferrovial, Abertis. Spain is also a member of European Union. Spain has abundant reserves of lead, uranium, tungsten, mercury, magnetite, fluorspar, gypsum, saprolite, iron, nickel, crude oil, and natural gas. The country's significant mineral products in terms of value include copper, zinc, gold, steel, cement, and alumina. Spain is located in southwestern Europe. Spain is bordered by the Bay of Biscay, the Balearic Sea, and the Mediterranean Sea, the Portugal to the west, and France and Andorra to the north. Morocco is to the south, across the Strait of Gibraltar. The political system of Spain. The current political system in Spain is based on the 1978 Spanish Constitution, which came into place after the country's transition to democracy in the late 1970s. The political system in Spain is a parliamentary monarchy, with the ruling monarch serving as the official head of the state and the prime minister as head of government. The current ruling monarch is Felipe VI, King of Spain. He has been the king since 2014. The current prime minister is Pedro Sanchez of the Spanish Socialist Workers' Party, who replaced Mariano Rajoy in June 2018. The judiciary is independent of the Spain government and parliament, composed of different courts, with the Supreme Court the highest ranking court. Local government in Spain is mostly conducted at municipal level. Citizens elect local councillors, who then choose a mayor, who will appoint a board of governors. Duties of municipalities include managing the local police, traffic policy, urban planning, social services, and local taxation. The legislature. Spain's legislative branch, the Cortes General, is made up of two houses. The lower house is the Congress of Deputies, and it has 350 elected members. The upper house, the Senate, is made up of elected members and representatives of Spain's 17 autonomous communities. The size of its membership varies depending on population. As of 2018, there were 266 senators. The judiciary. Spain's judicial branch is governed by lawyers and judges who are on general council. There are several different levels of courts, with the top one being the Supreme Court. The National Court has jurisdiction over Spain, and each autonomous region has its own court. The Constitutional Court is separate from the judiciary and settles issues relating to the Constitution and disputes between national and autonomous courts that turn on constitutional issues. Spain's economic structure. Spain stands at the 13th position in terms of GDP, which was 1.368 trillion in 2009 according to the reports. The service sector of the nation was responsible for the lion's share of this amount, accounting for 69.6% of the total GDP and 71.7% of the total employment in Spain. The structure of the Spanish economy is that of a developed country, with the services sector being the main contributor of GDP, followed by industry. The two sectors represent 92% of Spain's GDP, with agriculture shares today representing 2.47% of GDP, having declined sharply because of the country's economic growth. Spanish business structure. When conducting business in Spain, it is essential to ascertain exactly what type of company you are dealing with. It is usually possible to put organizations into one or four main categories. PYMES, which are small, often relatively family firms. INI, or the government-controlled sector, which is being scaled down. The MNC sector, with many established subsidiaries The native Spanish sector, which is beginning to reassert itself through mergers and increased levels of investment from a developing stock market. Spain economic structure and monetary policy. The Central Bank of Spain follows a monetary policy that is independent of the national government since the early 90s. In fact, such a monetary policy is also pursued by several other Western European states. However, since Spain is a member of Economic and Monetary Union (EMU), the exchange rates of nations are determined by the European Central Bank (ECB). Spanish culture and its implications on the business, women in business. Similar to many European countries, there are fewer women than men in top positions in Spanish companies. 37% of managerial positions in Spain are held by women, which is slightly above the EU average but below the country's pledged quota of 40% by 2015. Female executives also earn around 16% less than their male counterparts. Hierarchy in Spain. In Spain, most companies are still hierarchically structured, although the old mindset is changing at high speed. For instance, family-owned business as well as most government undertakings are run in a traditional Spanish way with strictly separated divisions and a strong hierarchical system. Strategy. In Spanish organizations, strategic planning is generally less important than in many other countries where it is of paramount importance. Again, things are slowly changing, but it's not unusual for business strategy in Spanish organizations to be the sole responsibility of managing director or the owner of the company, who will often base decisions on intuition more than systematic research. Spanish business negotiations. The negotiation process for Spanish business is lengthy. There is relational business culture in Spain. You will be expected to build a personal relationship and trust with counterparts before negotiations can begin. Relations are usually built personally through lunch and social meetings rather than over the phone. Despite the changes in Spanish society and to the business culture in Spain, all important business decisions are still taken at senior level management, often by the senior executive alone. Employees showing initiative can be seen as valuable in some companies, but might be viewed with suspicion and seen as overstepping the mark in others. Appointments in Spain. When making business appointments in Spain, aim to make them as much in advance as possible due to the busy schedules. It's best to avoid scheduling anything between 2 and 5 p.m. as these are the hours when workers normally take lunch breaks. Spanish business greetings. Greeting is an extensive ritual. Hands are shaken with everybody present. Kissing each other on both cheeks is only done between people who know each other. Spaniards are initially quite formal in business settings. People are usually addressed by their surname prefixed with senor, senora, or senorita. You should wait for your Spanish host to initiate the use of the first names. Spanish dress code. The way you present yourself is of critical importance when dealing with Spanish business people. Spaniards usually spend a fair amount of time and money on their outfit and appearance. Business dress is classic, professional, and conventional. Suits usually come in dark colors, although lighter colors are not necessarily avoided. Women wear suits too, either with skirts or trousers. Accessories and makeup is fine. Spanish management style. The style of a manager is of great importance. Much greater weight is placed on personal attributes than on mere technical excellence. The respect which is afforded the managers by subordinates is directly proportionate to the personality of the boss. Key personal attributes which should be admired might be a potent mixture of such issues as honor, courage, seriousness, trustworthiness, and the acceptance of the gravitas of the leadership function. Banks in Spain. The Spanish Central Monetary Authority is Banco de España, which serves as the national supervisor of banks in Spain within the framework of the Eurozone Single Supervisory Mechanism. Established in Madrid in 1782, Spanish Central Bank is currently a member of the European system of central banks. Top banks in Spain include Banco Santander, Banco Bilbao, Banco de Sabadell, Bankinter, Banco Popular Español, Bankia. Foreign investments in Spain is unrestricted except for investments in the following sectors: air transportation, radio and television, minerals and raw materials of strategic importance, gambling, telecommunications, manufacturing, marketing and distribution of weapons and explosives for civil use, and activities related to national security. There are no exchange control or currency regulations except those relating to money laundering and terrorism, and obligations to provide information to the authorities to allow them to maintain statistical and tax control on the flows of funds. There are grants for, among other things, technological improvements, research, regional development, job creation. The main laws on labor matters are the 1995 Statute of Workers, the 1994 General Law of Social Security, the 1995 Law on the Prevention of Occupational Hazards. Ethics in Spanish business community. Spanish communities have begun to institutionalize ethical practices by creating formal documents and laying down corporate philosophies. More than small and medium-sized corporations are laying down corporate philosophies. More than small and medium-sized corporations, large companies increasingly rely on ethics statements to define and promote their corporate culture and identity. Generally, the more formal documents a company prepares, the more likely it is to have formal ethics programs, standardized procedures, periodic audits, and special ethics offices.